Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. I'm Corn, and this morning I watched a really cool video, and it's put out by the channel called Katamia's Corner, and a lot of you all here at my channel know her. She is adorable and sweet and talented and fun, and she also crafts with her children, and she and her daughter put together this adorable gnome. I mean, I just want to squeeze her. And so she had mentioned, God love her, she mentioned me, bless her heart, and she talked about, and it's true, I did mention you can use these darling little shoes that they're party favors that you get at Dollar Tree in blue and in pink. And there are quite a few channels out there. I think all you would have to do, I haven't tried it, is Dollar Tree party favor shoes, gnome shoes or something of that, and to search for that and they will probably come up. I will link Katamia's channel in my description box. In fact, I will link that video of that darling little gnome. They made a little girl, and so that you all can see how precious she's. You just want to squeeze her. She's so darling. And her daughter actually gave her bangs too. It is the coolest thing. And so you all can see what they came up with. And like I said, this is not, no, this is not new to me. I mean, I didn't create this at all. In fact, I don't know who created this, but whoever did, how clever were they? Because quite a few channels have this up. I will tell you what I do. I'm not going to go ahead and do it because I'm not in need of them. If I was in need of them right now, I'd do it. I'm working on 2 more Valentine gnomes. This is one of them. As you see, it is definitely not finished. This is another one. Handsome loves these colors. He goes, ooh, I like that. And but I will go ahead and, like I said, I'll link the video. It taught me what to do, and then I do my own thing. And just show you guys what I do. And again, I'm not going to do them myself, but show you what I do. If I was in need, I would, but I don't need them. So they're darling by themselves. They really are. They're very cute. If you wanted to do them by themselves, again, this one's not finished, but you know what I mean. It would be a matter of, would look like so. So they are cute, but you could make them with felt. You can cover them and make them gray for this one, black or white or red or whatever color you want it to match your gnome, or just as a contrast of your gnome. I think they're darling with the little bows here. I just think they're precious. But anywho, so you're going to get your felt out, and this is the felt that Dollar Tree put out, and I am doing this because I'll be honest with you, I haven't worked with, I have 3 other colors, the purple, the black, and the green that they came out with. They might be different, but the white is so see-through. You know, it is so thin that I'm not a fan. The only thing I've really used it for was for some die cuts, and I still, you know, by the time you glue this, see, it's just so see-through, so thin that I'm not a fan. So I'm using this to show y'all. So what you would do is you go ahead and cut your felt 2 inches wide and then by 6, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and put this on here on my mat, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that'll put us to here. All right. And these scissors I absolutely love by Fiskars, because they, I don't know if y'all have seen these. I got these off of Amazon, but you can also get them at Hobby Lobby, especially when they, sometimes they put all the scissors on sale, or the Fiskars, whatever. I would get them there if you have a chance. But if you have arthritis or carpal tunnel or something that kind of, when you're cutting a lot of stuff, gives you, kind of hurts through here, this helps because it has a spring right here. So just in case y'all are dealing with that. And then they lock. I really like them. They're really nice. I use them a lot for cutting the felt and the fleece. But I know other paper crafters use them as well. So, okay, so we've got a piece of felt that is 2 inches by 6 inches. And it doesn't have to be precise because you'll see why. I would recommend, I don't even have mine on because I don't need it, but I would recommend you turning your hot glue gun on to get it all ready. Because with me, and you don't have to do it like me, I can tell you all the stuff you don't have to do. Remember, a lot of people think, corn, you just keep on and on, but I don't want anything to fail, so I have a tendency to kind of overdo. So, this one, the Sure Bonder, oh my lands, it's a detail one, and it is fantastic. If you want high and low, don't get this one, because this is the high temp only, okay? So I would have that going, you know. So what I do now, what I do, like I said, might be different from you. You can put rice, you can put sand, you can put beads, you can put poly beads, you can do, I've seen people put washers and nuts, the metal heavy, you know, to weigh things down. You can also do these pebbles, which is what I do in mine. I'm going to go ahead and take this off so I can show you what I do. Sorry for the noise. Okay. But what I do with mine is I go ahead and I'll cut just a little, the corner off, you know, because I know I'm going to be using it quite a bit. In fact, I've already used a whole bag of this before. And you've got 2 places where you can fill them for the weight. And, you know, here and here. That is if, and only if you're not putting a dowel or something like this, you can do, you know what I mean, I would put the dowel first and then I'd try to fill around it, you know, if you're going to go this route. Mine, because I'm still dealing with just my sock gnomes, I'm still making those. Mine, I have done both actually before, and I've done just this. And so what I do is you're going to, and because the stones, you know, they're all different shapes and stuff like this, you're going to get them, you have to get it to the point where it's smooth. Do you know what I mean? So what I do is I put a few in. Now this is just me. You do you. This is what I do. I'm just sharing. And then I go ahead just a little, and then I just glue them. Just put a lot of glue in there so that they'll stick down. And once that's dry, then I go again, you know. Then I put some more in. And you'll see some going on the other, going in my hand like this. And again, I put the glue in, making sure everything sticks. And then I'll just put a few more on there because we're getting awful close to the top. I try to get in there too, you know, the sides here. And then put the glue on, and I have a little mat. It's got something on it right now. That is silicone. And then I just take it and smash it down on there so that it comes out flat. You know what I mean? There's nothing bumpy here on the bottom. You want the bottom flat, okay? Now, there's several things you could do. I have before, and I brought her in again. This is Maisie, y'all. And y'all have seen Maisie before. Maisie is one of the ones I kept. And here's how her little shoes came out. And these are Dollar Tree shoes. And this is how hers came out. But the bottom of hers, I don't know if you can see them, They are, because I traced around them on my, this is cardboard from a comic book, Bag and Boards. This is the board. And they were placed here and traced around, okay? And then I cut them out and adhered them to the bottom. Excuse me. So you had a nice, smooth bottom. You had these also that's very smooth here. Okay. Thank you, Maisie. You can go over there now. Thanks for modeling. And so let's say we have all of this, or like I said, you can, if you prefer, to say I'm not putting anything in the bottom of mine, and you're not putting a dowel in here, you can just pour them in there and do your glue there as well to keep them. So then what I do is I take them, and if I'm not putting the board on the bottom, which I don't on all of them, I will take them, and I need this one because I can't turn that up. Like I said, this will be flat, excuse me, and I will put my glue all the way around and then just flip it right onto the felt, okay? And once it's completely dry, because sometimes, you know, it takes a while for your hot glue to dry. And once it's completely dry, oh, wait a minute. Where's my little, here. This is the one I wanted to use for that. Okay. So then I usually cut something that'll give me two, you know, for both, for my pair of shoes. I cut it big enough for that. So then I go right here, and it's glued on. And then I go ahead and take my scissors and I just cut right around it. Okay? See? And it gives you that pretty little edge. And you can, it's not going to move like this is here right now because it's glued on. But you can, you know, you're going to try to come as close as possible. And then just cut all the way around. And see, if you've got a little boo-boo, just keep going. Just keep, you know. And there you go. So that's what I do for the bottom of them. Then for the top, this is my 6-inch piece here. Let me see. Yes. So then for the top, just imagine it having a seam right here in the middle, and you put your hot glue on there, and you're going to get it as close, well, you're going to try to get it right on the edge there. Glue it right here. You know what I mean? So you've got, you're not going to see the plastic at all, actually. But the first thing I do is I just put a bit of glue right here on that seam, center seam, okay? And then after that's down, then that's flipped up, put your glue gun here and get right there without going over, you know, but get right there on the edge. And also I come up here and do a little thing here, okay? And then you're going to go like so all the way around, okay? And then you're going to have overlap, and that's fine. And while you're doing this, I do give this a little nice tug, you know what I mean? I don't want to, you know, do it to excess, but I make sure it's a nice little stretch around so that it fits that tightly. You know what I mean? Okay, so once we get to here, I've glued right about to there, and then I'm like, okay, where is my seam? And I personally want to put mine right next to that. Some people go over. They feel more comfortable going over. That's fine too. But I go right here. And kind of like when you work with wood, you measure twice and cut once. So that's what I would do, and this would be cut off. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing. Let's just pretend, okay? Let's pretend I measured this. and then this is cut off. Okay. All right. It's not fitting perfect, but I'd keep trimming it till it was perfect. Okay, so let's say we've got that. So this is what you've got. You've got this glued on, like so. You've got your bottom glued and filled, and then you're going to take your glue gun and put it right at the base here, and you're going to go up. Okay? You're going to go right up like that. And then you're going to take your finger and push it in, like so. Okay? And it's kind of fun because you can feel the little bow knot right there. So leave it like so till it adheres real well. And you've got two ways you can do this. You can either go over here and like here, glue that and then down, or you can do where you glue this first. Oops, you glue this, let me see, hold on, glue that first, glue this second, and then come down. I do both. In fact, I usually do this one more for the boys because it makes a bigger little triangle there. And then after you've got that all done, let's see, okay, then you're going to put a bunch of glue on the inside of here. You're going to glue here and here. Well, not a bunch, but you know what I mean. You're going to glue around here, and then that's going to give you, you're going to tuck it all in because your glue is on there. Everything's all nicely tucked in. And then you say, oh, isn't it cute? And then you can do one of two things. You can, I've seen people actually take, if they're not super happy with the way this looks, you know, where it joins here, the bottom, they'll take a strip, like a 1/4-inch strip of poly foam in a contrasting color or the same color like black or white or whatever, and go start at that seam and go around. Once you get to this point, let me move this a little bit, guys. Once you get to that, you can, let me take her hat off. You can, this has a board, chipboard on the bottom. This has a 3-inch circle. And if it's not super thick, I put 2 of them together and glue them together. But this can go directly, these guys can go directly on there now by gluing the top. But Dwayne King showed us, let's see here, that you can take some strips if you feel better about it, which I do, and I put a little glue in the bottom and then glue here wherever I'm folding over, and glue here. These are your, you know, your little leftovers and stuff. And I keep gluing and gluing because I want everything to stay put. And then you can do like so, you know, and you think, oh, I'm so glad I didn't throw that away because I can use it as a filler for the shoe. I thought that was clever of him to come up with that. And okay, so it's like so. Well, mine, let's see, I filled it up to there. And that's all glued in there. And then, since you're dealing with, this is cardboard too, then you can glue the shoes onto that. Now, one thing that a lot of people will tell you, oopsie, well, I did that myself, I forgot it was filled. Once they're both done, let's say they're both covered, a lot of people will tell you it's a lot easier to go ahead and once they're both completely finished, to glue them together, okay, in the center there where they meet. And then put them under your gnome, which would be like, let's see, like so. See, and therefore, I don't know if you can see, but therefore it would look like so, you know. Another thing that Dwayne does, which I thought was super clever too, is you can also put them this way. And that's especially if you have a super cute bottom of your shoe, like they're sitting down. I thought that was clever. I thought that was really cute. You can do like so. You know, I thought that was really cute. That I haven't done that yet. I want to do it in the future. And yes, I'll give him credit. But, and like I said, there's many people do have videos out that do the shoes. But I just thought I would show you what I personally do with them. And the thing is, you don't have to go, you know, you don't have to keep gluing this, that, and the other, because I've seen some people put, I don't personally work with food because I'm afraid that through time and stuff, things could go wrong and could absorb the moisture in the air and everything. So I personally don't. But if you do want to go that route, that's, you know, do your own thing. But I've seen people just put that in, not glue it down or anything like that, and then put their felt on the bottom and glue it all the way around the edges, and it stays, and they've got a weighted shoe and it's fine, you know. For me, I think the reason, even though I've got weighted bodies, the reason these shoes fit on the base so well is because, like I said, I have, this is the board. And see, this is nice and thick. I can make 2 3-inch circles and then glue them together. This is so technical, guys. This, a lot of your ribbon containers are 3 inches, and as you'll see here, and there's a 3-inch circle right there. And what I'll do for the base of the bodies is just, you know, trace around this twice, cut them out and glue them together. I use art glitter glue to get them to hold real well. And or if I don't do that, this is a 4-inch, and I've only done a 4-inch a couple of times. Most of the time I have to cut this down. This is a from Amazon. It is a coaster. You know, if you want to make coasters out of these, I forget how many come in a package, but that's what they're meant to be. But what I do here with the bodies is I just put this right, you know, where it matches, and I usually try to keep, this had a little holder that was not put together where you could reuse it. So I put that right on the side, and then just take my pencil, trace around it, and cut it out. This is so heavy, it's not easy to cut it out, but I get there. So, you know, technical, huh? Take a ribbon holder, and since these, and if you've got 2 of these together, glued together, since these are so nice, see, of course this is not fit because this is, you know what I mean, it's got all this felt on it and stuff, but yeah, that sits on them, and that's how I do my shoes. And yes, before I have put the pebbles in here and in here. So, so I just wanted to show you all what I do. And like I said, once it's decorated, you know, you can come up with little shoesies like this, putting your trim around them and little embellishments and everything. There's all sorts of things you can do. I'm trying to think. I don't have one with me right now, and I don't think that's going to fit now. You can put cardboard, a cylinder like this that fits in here, and make your boots out of them and everything. These are very versatile. They really are. And to get them at Dollar Tree, which for many people it's $1.25 right now, is still a really good deal. Because if you plan on making more than one gnome, they're kind of like gnomes to me because they give me such pleasure, and I think they give Katamia and her daughter pleasure too. It's kind of like that potato chip back in the day where they said you can't eat just one. Well, you can't make just one. You can, of course, but you know what I mean? You're like, ooh, wait a minute, I have another sock. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna adorn him or her with my other sock? You know what I mean? There's just so much that can be done. And depending on how much you do and how much you invest on your materials and stuff, I personally couldn't find everything at Dollar Tree that I wanted for mine, but a lot of people can. So, you know, that's pretty sweet that if you can do that. The cool thing that Katamia did with her daughter was also to find things that they weren't being used around the house. I'm pretty sure she said the hat of her darling gnome was the sleeve of a sweater of her daughter's, which is perfect. That is a fantastic thing to do. It really is. It's really cool. So I just wanted to come up and share that. And please excuse me, I was working on something like you can see. I just washed the dishes, and I thought, ooh, go up there and talk about the shoes, because like I said, Katamia was so sweet to talk about my gnomes, and she was talking about the shoes, and I thought, oh, I haven't said what I do with mine, but like I said, I will link 2 videos down below as well. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.